Pum pum. Huh. Okay. Oh. Oi. Oh. Hey. Fantastic. My bed? Wait a minute. Bargain enough. An old photo of yourself, Sammy, Logan, and you. How did this get here? No. 2 out of 4 are there. Fantastic. What happened previously? Logan came with...
I have a question.
Oh, ask away.
I appreciate our mission. These visions.
I will file. I feel nothing. I feel violated. I'm glad of them. I'm not sure what to think. I think that's new.
If that is honestly what you feel, then I can respect that. Thank you for sharing. I will see you at the meeting.
Fantastic. Could we talk a bit more? There's some questions. I don't have you.
Yeah, 408. It is. I don't
Pirate?
though it. I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I have.
Yes, Logan. Is you the blue thing? There's a curious.
What? I think Jen's.
She can't feel it. Manuscripts. It says photo.
I am not being facetious. This we do not.
Any thoughts?
Hearing tales of putting lost souls to rest always gives me a certain satisfaction. I can see the appeal in being a bestower, yet I am glad I am not one.
Alright, that's so we're... I think we can skip.
I mentioned earlier that the KK Ball of Light was a later addition to the game, and trying to shoehorn her in was a bigger challenge than I thought. I had designed the party character system where characters follow each other and look at each other and move and do things with 3 party members in mind. And now trying to force a 4th one into the mix completely broke everything. And there's nothing worse than coding a whole complicated series of functions only to have it completely break when you want to add one more thing. So in lieu of changing how everything worked, I created an additional set of functions where instead of KK following the player around, instead the KK follows Logan. So everything KK does depends on where Logan is at any given time. And that worked on a pure practical level. I was able to sneak KK into the game without breaking how everything worked. And that is exactly how it should be. She follows Logan around. She doesn't follow the player around. So that worked out well.
Fantastic. What's that music? I was going to. Oh yeah, we don't need to.
You guys keep some. Although.
Sec. Fewer glasses to wash up. Oh, that was my bit saying, but there are fewer glasses to wash
Your
up.
bathroom's the mob. Jesus, Logan. What a stupid thing to say. Anyway, I was told there'd be a meeting or something?
Fantastic. But yeah, there's not too much reason to talk to
I
everyone.
can do that. I suppose we did lose touch after I stopped coming to the bar.
Yeah.
I did miss you and Sammy, but I was kind of a mess back then, as you might remember.
Yes, I remember several messes in the bathroom, I'll say that much. You weren't that bad. The past, just try and forget it. I remember several messes.
Ha! Oh man, I was absolutely horrible, wasn't I? Both me and Jonah. I'm still on the wagon though. I'm thankful for that. Thankful every day.
I'm so sorry about Jonah, so you're still on the wagon. How long have you been a bestower? You're still on the wagon.
Yes, I am. 6 years now. And with luck, 1 day more. I am too. Sorry that he's dead. Not about anything you did. KK was there. She told me what happened. It was her fault. For
So
what
it was
it's
her.
worth, he didn't become a lost ghost. He's at peace.
KK was there in the bathroom with me and Jonah?
Yeah, she was Jonah's spirit guide at the time. She tried to stop it, but... Sorry. Talking about this upsets her. Let's talk about something else. About a
Yeah.
year, give or take. One day, I got the worst headache of my life. Yeah,
Okay.
he'd been acting strange for weeks, jumping at shadows. I begged him to
Ooh.
talk to... You saw how he ended up. He just couldn't handle it. When he died, I inherited his gift. And KK. She explained everything. Jonah wasn't crazy. He never was. And accepting this gift, it's the only way I can honor him. So here we are.
Ah.
I was never anyone particularly special. So am I mundane? Alright. Oh, don't deny it, KK. You totally... Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeesh. What? I think I'm just happy to walk more than 2. You need me to run? That's
Your
not...
ball?
Eli was saying it was because we're all linked. Talk...
Oh. See?
You know, I nearly puked the first time I saw that ghost in Vinny's alley, but now I know that it was just... lost. I'm glad Logan's on the team. Nobody deserves that. Nobody.
Great. Jalen. Any thoughts on the last mission?
It's infuriating. Somewhere in the Gun Hill precinct is some poor cop assigned to the Eddings house case. He'll never solve it, ever. An unsolved case like that can haunt a cop their entire career. Make them hate themselves, drive them to drink. I want to drop an anonymous tip in the mail, but what the hell do I say? A demon did it? I guess I just have to live with it.
Yes, you do.
I'm fine. Just... right.
You know, I'm curious if Eli had anything new. A new dialogue.
Hey, shouldn't you get some sleep?
Should I get you some coffee?
Coffee? Why would I want... Jesus.
Yep, are you reading anything interesting? Maybe you should take a nap.
Nah, I've lasted longer on less sleep than this. I was reading about ghosts, trying to learn more about the geists we saw. There must be millions of old texts and tomes on the subject. None of them have anything approaching solid facts. Still, there's gotta be something, somewhere.
Why are you so interested? You didn't think the right person?
Why do you think?
Oh yeah.
I've outlived. And that's what got...
Yeah, family. Hello, night person.
I don't know him like you do, but I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for the...
That was
Yeah,
good.
like I... No,
Powerful?
I mean, I could be. I just choose not to be.
Hmm,
Alden
interesting.
got too bold, and so the families of his victims got... How they did it, I don't...
I'm guessing it didn't... What kind of... didn't end well.
Didn't end well for all. They became...
You didn't miss them all.
stopping and killing.
So... Did they kill him?
Alden needed to die, and
Fantastic.
they decided all...
Can they be stopped?
No. When my power manifested, Mondana and Kala, and I've been... So yeah, monsters working out in the open, never, and in anyway. You don't know, but yeah.
What the fire mages do?
No.
That was cool.
They
So you did?
when my they would...
Yeah.
So...
Alright.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Donna was... See, just... What? Well, Julie, they... Once... Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, because Logan and KK have, now that we're all linked...
Photo up here.
Wasn't... It's... Don't think... Seeing those geists with once upon a time...
Okay,
Right.
no, there's anything. Wait. What about
He's
me?
an impressive guy. He's been out... I think he's...
Okay. Never mind, there was no new dialogue options.
Please do it.
Oops. Okay, collage. Let us work.
I bestowed more evidence that
There's the ghost. Oh, is it a bad thing? Should we not have invited him?
I did not say that. I merely have reservations. Bestowers deal with death. Mundane, mortal death. It is messy, fraught with emotion, and rarely pleasant. But times are changing rapidly. We must adjust in kind.
Oh yeah. Ooh, what is that? Crystal?
Yes, it is time.
Nothing? Never mind.
So, you met the new guy?
Did I read the...
I wouldn't call it battling. I just kind of sat there.
Regardless, anyone else entering?
Well, I was where I...
No doubt. However,
Where's my demon again?
of course it was.
Hey,
The demon turned the somehow, in the midst of all that.
But again, why is the
Have we exhausted every...
Well, not for nothing, but I got a ping on those prints from the Village Eye basement.
A ping? That is good, I assume.
ooh.
His name was Harry Taylor, 62 years old, petty thief, homeless since '09. Dropped off the radar about a year ago. I guess we know what happened to him.
And is this relevant?
I don't know. A name is more than we had before.
Having a name helped with the ghosts in the Bronx. Maybe it'll help now. But no problem, it's unsolvable, at least until closing time.
time is closing in around us? I can only hope we are not too late.
You all know your
Yeah.
meeting.
Ah, cool.
Did he just...
Yes. Getting
Yes.
up?
Hey, we're ready?
Hey, goodbye. Hey, yeah, I like Logan. We didn't have much for this one. Oh yeah.
We missed.
Dude,
Oh,
it's fine.
gonna hold.
Say nothing and move on. Oh, okay, right. Well, it's fun. We have forgot this.
This...
Speak.
Hey.
Hello?
Did you hear the ghost? Remain silent.
Hear that? The ghost spoke. We must be getting some psychic spillover from Logan. We should have hired a bestower years ago.
Shh. Let me work here.
What's going on? Who are you?
I'm Logan Brown.
I don't know you. You don't know me.
Logan, where? You're the hell of
Are you
Harry
Harry
Taylor.
Taylor?
You know me?
I know of you.
Oh.
You're dead.
Your body's...
No. Take your life.
I know, KK.
Oh,
What do you
bro.
mean,
The pain.
whatever happened?
But it had all it. Oh.
Yeah.
You're here.
Help you?
I see.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. It's over. Ooh.
Alright.
He be gone. Once again.
Does
No. Maybe...
One thing I really wanted to do early in the game was to show how your companion characters can actually be useful. You're not just recruiting them just because, they serve a purpose and allow you to progress. Vicky has the connections on the Force that allow you to identify the body, and Logan's ability to talk to ghosts enables you to talk to the ghosts and find out what happened. And together, they allow you to progress to the next area. Admittedly, that progression involves one of your companions getting kidnapped and Kalash getting killed. It still counts.
Fantastic. Yeah. Scram.
Who just...
Yeah, it's better, what?
Have you brought...
Well,
That
Chris.
is you, is it not? I would recognize those pouty lips anywhere. That spirit was the only worshiper I had left.
Worshipper. He was just...
You cannot resist. Nevertheless, Melker,
Whatever.
have you forgot the power to heal?
look.
The fire you keep into you join.
Oh no. You don't look very banished.
I know that this grove was complete, but that's Jin's for you.
Wait.
I speak.
Sure he does. I'll tell him. Now
Alright.
let
Yeah.
Jesus.
Bestow. Tell Kala I want.
Well. Now, let's go.
Galen of the...
It should have been me. Eli is not a fighter. Leading him into...
And would you have fared?
I do have...
You weren't there.
Perhaps.
Guys, we need facts.
It was... She was...
I didn't let her out. Terrific. I was able to...
Only partially, but perhaps that is...
Good.
Galen is but...
Renegotiate?
I would not...
No shit. You don't.
You forget now? Yes, back...
Hey,
There we go.
KK and I were there.
You ain't leave.
This is... But...
So let's go. We're going.
Father, have you...
North Grove. Eli, how are you doing?
Galen! Galen!
Well,
As...
I can't.
Leave him be.
Is that
I grew...
that you come?
She... We are...
With all due respect... Eli, stay strong.
Madonna, stop!
Well, we going.
Eli, he's...
The vines.
No matter.
Bye.
Rather than you've gotten old, could it be more like Kalash? You've gotten old.
Cool. It's like
Yeah.
it's more like a Golden Girls insult than it is me trying to just play with him.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, you know, like the banter in Golden Girls.
All right, so we're gonna start over and read the whole thing like Sophia.
Thank you for being a friend.
No, we're not. We're not doing
Okay,
that.
cool.
Okay,
Let's
take
do
this
that again. Ready?
Yes.
Let's see it. Die!
Yep, I'm taking you down.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, are we good? Okay.
Yeah, good.
Die!
I'm taking you even more.
Sorry.
Maybe you don't have to yell it. Maybe try it now, like a little softer, like die, like actually, like you're savoring
Okay.
it, like you're savoring it.
Die.
Yeah, you know what? I like that better. Do it more like that,
Die.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Designing this section was a bit of a challenge because my original draft of the idea was completely wrong. I had this really lame adventure gamey puzzle where you had to take this fishing line that was next to the waterfall and make a Bugs Bunny-ish trap where you kind of yank Galen off the ground, and her power only came from when she was touching the ground. But the rules of engagement meant the fight had to continue. Someone had to die in order for the fight to end and for you to leave. So you had to kill Kalash and leave because you couldn't actually kill Galen because she'd just reform again. And that was very unsatisfying in many ways because it was unfair. You know, it felt cheap that you just had to kill Kalash for what seemed like no reason. And I got some advice from a former journalist turned game writer named Richard Cobbett, and he read my script for it, and he made the very interesting and very true observation that killing Kalash to win would only be satisfying if you were on the verge of losing everything. And I agreed with them 100%, so I rejiggered the whole sequence, so that happened. And I think it's a lot more satisfying as a result.
Okay, fantastic.
Don't just...
You guys.
It will take
Galen...
Kalash. You've gotten.
I...
You
You want the Norwoosh, then we'll call.
you are no position.
What do you...
What does any? I want.
Wish.
Silent. My forest wants.
Out.
Would you let?
Give her whatever she wants, we'll defeat her later.
She forgets who she's dealing with. You want a wish, Galen? Here is your wish.
Ooh.
Face me and
I have your daughter and
kill them.
Eli. Amanda.
I don't serve them. I cannot let them
the
perish.
Harish.
tradition.
They do.
Then I.
It is...
Then let it. I am. If you are going to strike, then strike.
Fight. I want to see what happens if I just let him get struck. Probably not much. Really? The replan? Yes.
Indeed, I've still got it, regardless of what my daughter says. Now, to the
I draw my. Get up.
How did you forget about her powers?
Feeling what? Yeah. Now get up.
Bonk.
This is...
Yeah. You think?
Don't worry. But you have to.
No. It's trash.
maybe.
No. No.
I've waited since.
Funny.
And now you'll think of nothing. Now get.
Oh. Huh? Well, keep swinging, boy. You'll eventually do some good.
Ah, yes. I see it. The whiteness in your eyes. The erratic heartbeat. You're hanging on by a thread. Surrender, Kalash. Just give in to the inevitable. Your time has passed.
You first.
Try it. I'll wait.
My arm. I can barely feel it.
Yep. Goodbye. Good. How many more hits?
Still breathing. I am impressed.
Mira. Mira, is that you?
Oh no. Delirium won't get you out of this. Get up. I think you've got one good...
Let's see. Okay.
Mira, I tried to raise her right, the way you would have wanted. I failed you. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Keep turning your back. That's not a good idea.
Die.
Oh, he died.
I've waited centuries for this, Kalash.
Funny.
And now...
Oh.
Now get up.
No. I guess it makes sense that would allow for it. Okay.
What?
No.
Did she?
I
Noticed.
It's great, let's go to
Never
him.
backed down before, and I will not now.
You're hanging...
You.
Try it.
Come on. Flash smash.
My arm. I have a perfectly serviceable weapon of my own. Leave me be.
Ow. Can't kill him
Still
yet.
breathing. Oh no. Get up.
That sure is disappointing.
Mira,
What happened when you tried this?
stop!
Rules?
Here.
Die.
Oh.
I've waited
Well.
Now get.
Yeah, I already got the sword and the woman.
Do not.
Yeah.
Stop!
Hmm.
Oh,
Whomever
yes.
deals
It is
slash
not
blow.
specified who deals that death blow. Only that it be dealt. Clever. Worthy of any djinn worth the name. I cannot defeat her. That is the truth. So do it. Be declared. To the
Yeah.
Nick. Hurry.
Put your sword down. I
What
want
are
to see
you
it.
doing? You know your duty. Fulfill it.
You're hanging.
You.
Try it.
Oh.
My arm.
Okay, okay.
Please.
You didn't drag this out. Flip. Bleed.
What?
Oh,
You.
it's mine now.
You have no right.
What?
You want me to kill Kalash? Ooh.
And good riddance. Fine.
Leave. I wish for this groove. I wish for you to be turned to stone and let the park dogs piss on you. Hee hee hee.
A fitting end. I will visit her often, with a chisel.
Eh.
Mandy, Kalash wouldn't want.
Don't you dare tell. I am. No.
Well,
I want to go home now.
sweet.
So since there were no romance options between you and any of the other characters, I decided to expand upon the relationship between Eli and Madonna instead. It sort of freed me up to do that. It was always part of my personal headcanon that Eli and Madonna had this kind of relationship, but it was always subtext, and in the end I decided to make it actual text. So now you have the scene.
Oh. A knife?
I'm just.
Can you scan the knife?
Sure, but the scan was incomplete. It takes time for the spell to work fully. But it's been a few days. It might have more data for us. Should only take a few minutes. I'll let you know what I find at the meeting.
Sweet.
Me? So,
Well, then you're obviously not fine. Eli, you don't have to pretend. Not with me.
I'm not pretending. I'm just... You really want to know how I feel? I want to burn... Then I want to melt that stone dryad into lava. I could do it, too. It just takes time. And will. Did I ever tell you about...
Yeah. Evil vermin?
Evil is one word for it. I always wondered what made me live to Splapier.
Let the people suffer. What does that have to do with Kalash? Are you Eli or anybody else?
Years ago, I was an accountant with 2 daughters. Today, I'm a fire... I've lost a lot of people in my life. I thought I'd come... Jesus, let's talk... Oh, well...
Yeah, you
what?
might know.
Well, maybe... Uh-huh.
Bye.
She just needs.
Yeah,
That's hardly.
he was cocky. He should have.
How?
Your son is done with... I don't know what's going to say the future.
No, but you can still. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
You mean. Jesus. Anyway, what?
They will be meeting... There's still a demon to
Damn
come.
right there.
We'll be here.
You need.
Oh, yeah. Hey, awkward meeting.
It is Father.
Hmm.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah,
Từ
Eli,
nguyên để yêu bài đó.
feel one and please. I is even still.
Oh, we got the
Getting
number.
even
Look
the
at
oncoming of the
Here we
yes.
start. Let's go,
You
guys.
doing alright?
As I have not lost sight of our goal, the demon still eludes us.
But we've got a name now.
Mel Carissa.
Great.
This scene, this meeting after Kalash's death, almost to the 11th hour was completely different. In that original draft, the player character was elected the leader of the Unavowed for two very hand-wavy reasons. Number one, the rules of succession couldn't be passed through the bloodline, so Mandana couldn't be leader, and mages were considered too unstable, so Eli couldn't be leader, and so the position passed to the person with the most seniority, which was you. And I added that scene because I wanted to justify why you were making all of the decisions. And I decided in the end that making you leader of this group you just joined was awkward and weird and just dumb. And you were making all the decisions anyway, and none of the testers seemed to mind that. But they did mind this scene. It was almost universally hated among the testers. So I changed it.
Yeah, good idea. Oh, the
I was
scan.
hoping you'd ask that. We got lucky last time, but this time,
So you found more?
better. I pinned the demon went all over. I was even able.
And
22.
You're
Bronx.
joking. You've got to be joking.
Does that address mean something to you?
That's the bar address of Sammy's bar.
Really? The place where you got possessed?
And where my brother and Sammy were shot.
Why would Milgarza go back there? I was hoping to forget about that place. It's that cat scan of yours, actually.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
look, I might not know a lot about demons, so what?
Your name Milgarza? We should get over to Sammy's. I find out what's going on.
Sure. I'm ready when you are.
Oh yeah. Let's not waste any more time. I should take Eli Logan.
So this is how you guys travel? By
Sammy's bar.
Brings back memories, doesn't it? KK and I came back here once, a few months after it happened, to see if Sammy or Jonah were haunting the place. We didn't find him. Still can't decide if I'm disappointed or happy about that.
Oh hey.
Was that here as well?
No. No, it wasn't.
At one point, this scene did not exist. You learned about Chinatown, Wall Street, and Brooklyn simply by Eli telling you about it in the meeting, how during his scan of the knife, he just learned more locations, so you go. And I decided that was lame. I wanted you to discover where to go next on your own. I wanted it to be a little more satisfying. I wanted it to be information that you uncovered rather than information that you just were told about from the ether. So I added this extra scene here. I knew you were going to come back here anyway, so I figured why not have another scene establishing it. So that's what I did.
Cool. Wow. This place is looking good. Peppers.
What have you got?
Looks like some handwritten notes. I'm guessing it's your handwriting.
Yeah, this proves I was hit really.
I told you that scan was perfect, didn't I?
What does it
Yep.
say?
Weak.
A fossil? Really?
Come on, let's keep reading.
General.
This is insane. The demons fit. I
On
guess that
purpose.
explains why we've been so.
Is he?
Our
Yeah.
demons sure been.
Is he? Ah, fantastic.
So the demons created a pocket realm. That's gotta be where it went.
Yeah, we going
Let's
in.
take a look around.
Shouldn't we look around?
Yep. Let's touch this one.
Portal. Vicky was telling us about him the other day. This the same thing?
Yeah, but portals like this take a huge amount of energy to create. But if someone were to spend a year generating spiritual unrest in New York, creating...
You mean
yeah.
like our demon just did?
Yes, exactly like that. That's what all this was for.
How do we get through? It's time for some payback. But how do we get
We
through?
can't. It's sealed.
No, yes. How do we
There are
unseal it?
bonds of energy holding the portal closed. I can kind of sense, and they.
Afraid?
Right?
Yeah.
This is because of us, isn't it? Going around and fixing things. Stopping what the demon did. There's less energy to hold this thing closed.
Exactly.
Great, we're getting closer, so we keep moving forward. You know, it's mentioned through the neighborhoods.
Yeah. Chinatown, Wall Street, and Prospect Park.
We know
Ready?
we are. I can't remember what I brought in these two, so I'm gonna go to Wall Street. Wall Street? It's the only place where I haven't brought both Eli and Mandana from the beginning.
It feels so good to be back down here. The buildings might be different, but it still feels the same. Time can't erase everything.
Not everything. Just the disease, the crowds, the squalor, the local slave market.
Can't you just enjoy this with me?
I am, Eli. Wall Street today is much more enjoyable than it used to be.
And they feel afraid. So a string walks into a bar and orders a drink. The bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve string here, sir." So the string walks outside, ties himself up, messes up his hair, walks back into the bar and says, "Sir, I'd like that drink." And the bartender looks at him and says, "Aren't you the string that walked in here a few moments ago?" And the string looks at him square in the face and says, "No, sorry, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not."
In each area of the game, you can talk to your party members and ask them what they think of the neighborhood that you're currently visiting. And I set up some ground rules very early on so I didn't get overwhelmed about what they should talk about. For Mandana, the stuff she talked about all related to things that happened several hundred years ago. For Eli, it centered around his family and his life as an accountant. For Logan, it always centered around his time as an alcoholic and how that affects him now. And for Vicky, it was mostly her comparing the neighborhood to Staten Island in some way or form. These ground rules enabled some very positive results. Number one, it prevented these dialogues from getting too overwhelming. And B, it provided very unique and different perspectives on the individual neighborhoods of New York that the player can enjoy. And on subsequent playthroughs, it still remains fresh if you brought along different characters.
Yes.
What's... You kidding this?
And
But we rebuilt, right? The financial... I'm right behind you.
Just keep.
It feels so good to be back down. What's up?
You know?
Get this?
and burn. The Great Fire in 1835 was sparked by a gas leak nearby. It was horrific.
But we rebuilt, right? The financial district rose up from the ashes stronger than ever. I knew some good people here.
You seem strangely happy.
Well, I am. My firm had, of course, they're all closed. We only just got here. Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you
You
know?
call this Wall Street. I recall when this street was literally a wall. Although at the time it was called a fortification. A rotting wooden... It kept out the odd wild animal, but it did little to prevent that tribe of imps from bursting through. I spent weeks chasing them down.
Wait, what?
We have only... Yes.
Imps? I'm pretty sure we've heard about those.
So
Speak.
I have not...
Well.
And they feel afraid.
Ah, we don't need to ride, actually.
I won't let one too many.
You will. Too big to fail, I've heard that before. Yeah.
It was true then, and it is true now. The trust must survive. If we go... You told me you...
I would lie about something, brother. You don't have a choice. Just leave it to me. Just leave it to me.
You are asking me to extend you a lot of trust.
Don't worry
Listen,
about it.
Mister, it is not my nature to... And yet, whatever it is you...
Thank you. You want to regret this. You want to regret this, Jason.
Let's go to my office.
Something tells me this help doesn't involve a low-interest loan.
Is everything...
Oh, yes.
Should I call an app?
Oh, our friend is just having...
No, never mind. It's not my problem.
See?
Well, just be careful. Well...
Goodbye.
Well, that was awkward.
Hell.
Yes,
So, my demon.
we should set our sights on finding this mysterious Jason. Yeah,
Good.
This Jason in your vision. We need to find out who he is. Right be...
Okay, let's get back to it. What fuck?
They sit in their tower, believing they are giants. That they're too...
I'm sorry about Kalash. For what it's worth, I miss him too.
he died as he lived, defending this city.
Come on. He was your father. It's okay to mourn him.
I have shed enough tears. I will finish what he started.
Well, I've got your back. You know that.
I know it, and I am grateful for it.
Great.
They sit in their tower, believing they are giants.
You damn well better. I'm gonna pause for 1 second. I gotta turn my air conditioning off. Give me a second. See, Eli's using his fire now, and it made this place hot. So, the thermostat brought it back up. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
With disgust.
We first designed this background in 2007. And sure enough, like a week or two after we drew this background and it was finalized, a new statue appeared at this location. The statue is called Fearless Girl, and it's a little girl holding up her hand as if to stop the charging bull. There's a lot of controversy about this statue. You can look it up online. I really do like the message behind the statue, but I was torn about whether or not to add it into this scene. In the end, we decided not to. Number one, at the time, the Fearless Girl statue was supposed to be temporary. So by the time the game came out, there was a good chance that the Fearless Girl statue would no longer be there. They kept postponing removing the statue. As of this date, June of 2018, it's still there. And number two, a lot of people are familiar with the charging bull. It's iconic. So when you see it, you don't think it's anything important or game related. But not everyone knows who the Fearless Girl is, so they see a statue of a little girl. It looks important. And number three, probably the biggest reason, is that there are a lot of people in this scene already. There's you, the two companion characters, there's Hugh Kravitz, and adding a fifth humanoid character in the scene would just make it so incredibly busy. So even though I do like the message that the Fearless Girl represents, we didn't add her into the scene for several practical reasons.
Okay.
Built on a foundation of lies and sustained by
You have a
the
great time.
An imposing structure.
It's not that big, compared to other firms in the area anyway.
Such tall buildings are a relatively new concept, Eli. At least for me. It seems indulgent to require that much space.
Well, you do sleep in a bottle.
I take only the space I need.
I occasionally get emails from people who do a Blackwell tour of New York, checking out the real-world locations. For those of you who will do the same for Unavowed, the Grant City Trust Building is based on 85 Broad Street, which is in the financial district. It is not across from the Charging Bull, although it is a very short walk from it. I was an office temp in that building from 2000 to 2001. It used to house Goldman Sachs. I worked in the real estate department, and I probably came across some document or another that led to the 2008 real estate crisis. Unfortunately, I was a dumb kid then, so I didn't know what I was looking at. So, sorry about that.
Okay.
I cannot. Yeah. We should set our sight. Yes.
Well. Here we go. We've discovered the Jason.
Jason. That was the name of the man in your vision, was it not?
Jason Grant? I don't believe it.
You know this man?
Sure I know him. Well, knew him back in the 60s. Jason was just he's short god.
Oh, yep.
I'm wondering if that guy by the charging bull has anything useful to say. Or if he's just crazy. Maybe we should learn more about him.
Alright.
I think we should learn more about the madman by the charging bull. Throughout history, men like him have been ignored. Sometimes for good reason, sometimes not. Yeah.
Fair enough. Hello, crazy man.
Sit in their tower!
Are you familiar?
Crushed.
Crushed. It is.
Come on. Nobody.
Do not. My name is.
But
Really?
This case is his word. He is.
You.
I will.
How can he be lying?
Screaming. Can you?
It would.
You hear what you are? Leave.
He's in denial, maybe?
No. Why not speak plainly, Hugh?
Why can't you say what you
I
mean?
can only.
Aloud. Do you mean to?
No.
Lie. Thank you, Hugh. Whatever.
Who did
I
this
stand
thing?
in the shadow of the
banking firm?
The Grant City Trust has done many.
I figured it out.
Thank you.
We are asleep.
Yes. All right. So knows I am in.
Oh, bartender, can you tell me what's wrong? Maybe we can help.
Can you help the ant under the fascist's boot? No. It is already too late. The battle is lost. The future has been taken, and nobody can help because they don't see.
They don't see.
No, they, but no.
Future?
I know. No.
You don't really throw.
But they are.
That's not something to say lightly.
I mean.
With us?
But they.
Oh, get it out.
Yes.
Well.
I think we should learn more about the madman by the charging bull. Throughout his. Yes.
Ah, we already learned quite a bit.
What? Right.
Okay, in we go.
Hey, folks.
Did you know?
You're a.
Huh?
Please. It is important.
Look, you seem like decent people, and Hugh Kravitz.
You were the first president?
Look, I like my job here. Not really. Sure, I should.
You are lying.
Well, duh. Sorry, it
Isn't
isn't
it?
global. Had a heart attack. The guy.
So it was a natural death.
Nobody killed. I don't care.
Oh, can you tell me more?
Nice enough. Well, but maybe it's the.
What's running?
That would
Why is that?
Because I never see the. No, but the lights. No, like but. Zero.
Extra your high.
Hugh Kravitz was a vice president, and now he's ranting on the street? Gotta wonder how that happened. Right?
Yes.
I wonder what led Hugh Kravitz to such a fall from grace. Yep.
If it's fairies.
They sit in their tower. Believe. He fellow. That chick.
Please continue.
Nothing.
You are lying again.
If I speak lies, it is
then
that.
Burn? Are you saying you wrote down the truth and you
burning document?
But you
Ik ben voor iedereen. Okay. Actually curious.
They sit in their tower.
What? So Hugh Kravitz set his office on fire. That brings back memories. Speaking of fire,
Oh yeah.
need anything burnt?
Yeah,
Right.
I know. I
Yes.
know.
Compulsions are traumatic things, sometimes worse than ensnaring a mind entirely. I hope Hugh Kravitz survives it.
Yes.
I hope.
Oops.
Yes.
Hey, you mind?
What's up?
Just
Sure.
worried?
The veil only goes right
Ah.
behind.
What fire reading that?
What's up?
Better
Do my best. I don't.
Great stuff.
Jesus, a kid.
Look, a kid. Eli?
What's up? If Hugh kidnapped a kid, we should definitely have a word with him. Right?
We must speak to Hugh Kravitz immediately. Yes.
Okay. We shall.
Sit in their tower.
Where are your confession?
Sure, we can see them.
A child is in danger. Your silence helps nobody. Your compulsion makes it difficult.
The truth hurts. Hurts.
Look, Hugh, we want to help you, but we can't if you don't give us something. Anything.
You are.
Mr. Fellows did not force me to steal a baby boy.
Ooh.
Jesus, what?
Hugh tried to get around his compulsion.
We should call it.
I agree. I only hope.
Oh, we actually never know what happens to him.
We've done all we can for him.
I recall a woman putting up a poster when we first arrived. She seemed intense. I wonder what was written on it. Yes.
Oops. Let's speak
What's
to
up?
Eli.
Remember when we first got here? We saw a lady putting up a poster. I wonder what was on it. Right?
Fantastic. Or E.
Guess nobody's home.
What? Is it not 4E? 3.
Guess no. Guess no. Guess no.
That's a new one. 2E.
Take. Take.
5E.
Take it.
Wait. 5C.
Take it.
5D.
Take it.
Okay, let's look at the poster.
Eli, I must apologize to you.
Huh? What for?
My father's passing. I am having difficulty processing it.
You don't need to apologize for that.
No, that is not it. Half a century ago, your daughters also lost their father. It was necessary, but I did not show much sympathy. I know better now. I am sorry, Eli. More than I can possibly say.
It was what it was. I never blamed you for that.
Okay, what was it then? 4E. I have... Oh, it doesn't want to do it unless I do that.
Jesus, are you
Yes, my name is Bartender. I have some information about your missing son.
You...
I guess to... With the Grand City Trust.
Grand City Trust. I knew it. I just knew it. You better come up.
Sweet. Win. Door open.
You're the one who collapsed on the street earlier, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, about that I'm fine now. Don't worry. Yeah, about
I
that.
honestly don't. It's
No.
me, but...
Oh, I didn't know, but you entrusted we went the same thing you do.
Trust you? I don't even know you.
Don't worry
My
about that.
name is Montana.
I see. Appropriate.
Appropriate?
Nothing. Everyone thinks I made it, but
You can trust us.
he disappeared. I took him. He just...
You mean that literally?
Yes, I mean that literally.
Ooh,
I saw
calm
him
down.
smile. Then he...
Melted.
Please don't believe. But I'm not...
We
I
believe you.
don't care if you believe me. He just needs...
Well,
You said the Grant City Trust was involved. Is that true?
yeah.
Hugh Kravitz was.
Hugh.
Red
I
Sea
never
Trash.
liked that place. I never...
Can we ask you a few?
Sure.
What do it takes? How do you know?
Hugh got... Jeez, but how?
We don't know.
What about Hugh? He's always up...
He's.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess.
You
Didn't
know?
he... I don't know.
Are you
Like, I
religion?
did... He... Yes, he... Maybe...
That's awful. Fame.
Maybe.
Of course.
Tell him...
Move
Yeah, he
here.
implied... And now... If you...
Sweet. My post note. Why doesn't Stroller have anything? Oh
Yes.
yeah, I can speak to you.
I know very little about computers, but I am told they can be useful. Yes.
What's up? There's that computer over there. Maybe that has something. Right.
Is it that over here?
What's up? Not sure what we're gonna find in this room. Maybe somewhere else. Right.
Yes.
We should search this apartment. Yes.
Yes. Oops, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, what was it? Grief? It was grief. Oh, I was correct. I didn't whine about me cheating. Or speedrunning. Or speeding through it, I mean. Shmee, release me by the cards.
It can't.
Eli? Oh.
Oh yeah.
You see it. You know.
No, Eli, I do not. Not for sure.
No, I suppose not.
It's impossible. No, it's not. Everything's impossible. Let's just take the passport. There we go.
Is that a pat? Let's take.
There you go.
Eli, look. The resemblance. It cannot be denied.
No,
You
I
can't
can't
do it.
believe it. It's impossible.
I am sorry.
No, I need to be sure. I need to talk.
Okay, we'll speak.
Could I?
Sure.
Your son.
Is it a...
Yes.
I think it...
His grandfather.
Well...
It's Elliot.
Sorry?
My name, Eli. It's short for.
I'm... Sorry?
Never mind. It's nothing. We're going to find your. Come on.
Let's go.
Eli.
No, Mandy. You really don't.
Oh. But that's far.
Please, we must hurry.
Okay, never mind.
Eli? Eli!
Eli, excuse me. Calm
Eli,
down.
please. Talk to us.
I want to burn it. What could stop me?
Ooh, Eli, are you kill the fire before someone sees
I'm
you?
using a veil. I'm not stupid.
Well, fair
I
enough.
wasn't going to do, but I.
Eli, you know where this path leads.
You promised, Munda. You said if.
Safe from Alden's hunter.
Yeah, it's something. They're gonna.
Of that I have no...
Listen, I'm coming with. This is.
I pity anyone who...
Yeah, but good
Huh?
one.
Yes. Everything points to the Grant City Trust. We must get inside by any means necessary. Yeah.
Fair enough. In we go. Oh yeah, the passport. What if I get this?
Is this supposed to be your passport?
Yeah.
Really? You're sure? Because it doesn't really look like you. You'll have to get me one that does. Sorry, procedure. Can't be too careful.
How about again?
Is...
I don't know,
I don't know why you're showing it to me.
What if I give it to Mendana? Okay, never mind.
Why are you showing that to me? It's... oh. Thank...
Adela, Almighty Guard, I'm Travis Cook, I work here, good evening. Almighty Guard, will this passport do?
Yeah, what's up?
I lost my ID card. I've got my passport here, though. That'll work, right?
Sure will. What's your name?
Travis Cook.
Here you go.
Is,
This passport?
Yeah.
Dude, you've lost a...
Oh.
He's doing sweating the holidays.
Sweating to the oldies? That's still a thing.
You're asking, Travis. I can issue you a temporary ID good for 24 hours. Drop H... Oh, as long as they're with you.
Thank you.
That's my job.
Sweet.
Hey, folks. A kidnap, but...
He is telling the truth. Let us not push him further.
No, but... So you're...
Weird. Are we in? More accurately?
Oh, the lying. Sorry, Montana. Did it hurt?
I will manage. You are not the most skilled of liars, Eli.
The guard believed me. That's all that matters.
It is enough. And now download. Save game. Number 3.